So hey everyone, welcome back and I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to discuss another LeetCode contest. This one is going to be like 498 and the question was pretty good, pretty easy, nothing complicated. So without wasting time, let's get started. So let's talk about I just solved the problem. So the interesting part is if you are able to solve the first problem in a much optimized way, then the second question is just cakewalk for you because both are similar. The only difference between both of the question is just of the constraints, and apart from that everything is as similar as that. So let's understand the problem. The questions are pretty similar. The only different is the constraint, because if you see, there is here the num's length is only 100, but when it comes to the second part, so the length of n become 10 to the power 5. So this is the only difference between both of the problem, and apart from that everything is same, you can say. So just read the problem statement. You are given an integer array nums of length and an integer k. For each index I, define its instability score as maximum of till that point, and from till that point to end we have to find the minimum. In other words, is the largest value among the elements from index 0 to index I, is the smallest value among the elements from index I to index n minus 1. Our index is called stable if its sustainability score is less than or equal to k. Return the smallest stable index if no such index exists. Return -1. So this is what we have to achieve. So if you see the first test case, at index 0 the maximum value is 5 and the minimum value is what are the rest of the element. So rest of the elements are this one and the minimum is 0. So if you subtract the value, then you get 5. Similarly, if we are starting from the first index, the maximum is still 5 and the minimum is still 0, then the score is also same. When we are at second index, then the maximum become 5 but the minimum changes, right? So now our score become different. So this, we just have to return the first index with an instability score less than or equal to k. So thus the answer is 3. So let's see what is we have to do, right? So this is the test case, okay? And what they are asking us to do, if we are at any point of I, right? If I am at a ith position, then from 0 to I have to find maximum value, right? And from I to n minus 1 I have to find minimum value, and with them I just have to calculate the instability score, right, which is maximum minus minimum. And if it is less than or equal to k, then we just have to return that particular index, right? And if it is not, then if after applying or after checking all the cases, if we did not able to find any index, then we simply return -1. So this is what we have to achieve. So let's see it in a much easy way. So this is the standard problem if you know how to deal with such kind of problems. So this is not too much difficult, right? So let's say if I'm at the 0th index, so what I want that till 0 index what is the maximum value, and after that I from I to n minus 1 what is the minimum element, right? So this is what I have to do. So the ones and the simple approach, or you can say the brute force approach, is to simply iterate for the all the elements, right? And for every I, what you have to do till you can do it like this, less than equal to I and j plus plus. This is before I, you can say before or include I, right? Another is you just simply have to do from I to j, and right, and then do it like this. So this is you have to do. So this is the brute force approach which we can apply. It will pass for the first case but not pass for the second case, because the time complexity is going to be n square and our n value is 10 to the power 5, so which is going to be 10 to the power 10, which is more than 1 second. So this is not going to pass. So what's the optimal approach to solve this particular problem, right? So if you see at every point what we want, we are just looking for two things. If we are at ith position, so ith not bits, so what is the max till this point, and similar, what is the minimum till this point, from a minimum from this to n minus 1. So this is the only two things which we actually need for. And whenever you get some kind of requirement where you have to check and where you have to tell that at any particular point of time what is the value including that particular index, and what is the value coming if you include this index to the last index, right? So like whenever this kind of situation is coming to you, always think about some like algorithms, some approaches which we generally use. And whenever you got this kind of problem, so the most and the optimal approach is to use prefix and a suffix array technique that will actually help you to solve this problem and see how, right? So let's say let's calculate for the maximum, right? So I am calculating the maximum. So till 0 index, what is the maximum value? I'm just pre-computing the value, right? So till 0 index, what is the maximum? Is 5, right? And when I move to 1, then what is the maximum? Then again is 5. When I move to 1, then what is the maximum? Again 5, right? And when I move to 4, then again is 5, which means if I'm at any position inside the array, if I'm looking for a maximum element, then it is always going to be 5. So that's why it is 5. Let's see the minimum, right? If I am at 0th index, so what is the minimum? You can see instead of counting from the calculating from the first, we should take care of from the last, because we just have to calculate from I to I minus till n minus 1. So if we do this, so till if we are at 4th, then what is the minimum element? If you are at 4th, then minimum element is itself is a 4, right? And if you are first, then minimum element is first. Similarly 0 and similarly 0, right? So this is the array conditions look like. And if you are at a 0th index, you just have to check what is the minimum, what is the maximum, then you simply have to calculate your result. So this is the simple thing which you have to do. It's just a prefix and a suffix array technique, right? And if you haven't heard about it, then please learn, because it actually helps you a lot in the upcoming contest and various contests, even in your online assessment as well. So this is really important. So what I am doing over here is I have just created two array, prefix and for the prefix and the suffix pre-computations, and I just stored the first element inside my maximum and the second, because these are not going to change. And for calculating the maximum, I just checking if the current element and the previous maximum is from both of them, which one is the maximum, because that is going to that will help me to actually update my current array. And similarly for the minimum, I'm just calculating from the back and then checking what is the minimum. And after that, at every point, I'm just checking if maximum I minus I is less than equal to k, because this will give me the instability index. If it is, then simply return the value of I, otherwise return -1. So if you run the code, it will work. And the interesting part is it will work for the both the cases, right? I just copy pasted the same code and I submitted as well, and both are working fine as well, right? So this is the question. Talking about the time complexity, so which is O of n, right? And space complexity, you can say, which is also O of n, because we have taken a 2 array for performing pre-computation. So this is all about the problems and the solution of the problems. I hope you like the problems explanations, and I also understand the way that I explain, and I hope you are able to understand what I'm trying to say you in this video. And if you are able to understand, if you are able to get the solutions, and if you are able to get the intuition, do let me know in the comment section. And if you know, and if you want any other improvement, then do let me know in the comment section. I will try to improve it as much as I can. And apart from that, if you are able to understand, so do like the video, subscribe to the channel, so that you will never miss such upcoming videos in the future. And if you need any kind of video on any particular topic, do let me know in the comment section. I love to happy all of you. And today, like for today, this is it. And bye bye, take care, just keep exploring and keep learning.